What's going on, everybody? Back with another video. So I got something here. You're going to laugh at this, of course, because it's a liberal speaking and you can't really take them seriously. But Jasmine Lane posted this on X and she says, "Wow, what an opening statement. Liberals blame Poilievre for shutting down Parliament. Fact check. It was the Speaker's ruling after Trudeau's $300 million green slush fund scandal that halted business. Conservatives did not stop government. Liberal corruption did." So this is Steve McKinnon, who is a part of the Liberal Party, of course. And we're going to have a look at what he's got to say here, and then we'll talk about it. Now, before we do get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really does help grow the channel. And I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. And also, I will be back on camera tomorrow.
And we will be looking to all parties and all MPs for collaboration. There's a lot of work to do this fall, and this place works best when we work together. For our part, we will govern responsibly and work with politicians from all sides of the House. We'll put politics aside and put the interests of Canadians first. Where there is constructive criticism of our agenda with responsible alternative policies, we will listen. That means we are also looking to the opposition to conduct itself responsibly. I am under no illusions about what we face with the Conservatives under the leadership of Pierre-Poilievre. In the last Parliament, Mr. Poilievre's approach was far from responsible. In fact, he shut down Parliament for weeks on end last.
So let's talk about being responsible and then spew disinformation and lies. That sounds really responsible, Stephen. Just really responsible. And then, of course, all this crap about how, we're going to put politics aside as we do nothing but compare Poilievre to Donald Trump, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Play partisan politics, of course, and then put the Canadians, or the interest of the Canadians, in the garbage like you've always had it. Who actually thinks that the Liberals have the best, the interest of Canadians in their mind? The Liberals have the interest of themselves and their investments and their stocks and their donors. End of story.
Fall, as I'm sure you all remember. He thought, and hopefully no longer thinks, a bad day for the government was a good day for the opposition. But this is not how this country runs. We need more good days for Parliament. And increasingly, Canadians are of the view that a good day for Parliament is when parties work together. Monsieur Poilievre croit qu'une mauvaise journée pour le...
Okay. Then he starts mumbling off in French. I mean, that's just, what a ridiculous... That's their opening statement. Oh, this is not going to go well for them. And question period did start today, and I will be talking about in my next video. But I just wanted to show that, just to show you guys how... I mean, you already know this, but for those of you who are new to the channel or new to politics, these guys are nut jobs. Pierre Poilievre shut down government? That's not even close to being true. But, okay. Whatever you say, McKinnon. And then, we have some good news, something that will make you guys smile, something that you've been waiting for at least a few months. This is from Jing Leahy. Pierre Poilievre receives a roaring welcome as he finally makes his return to Parliament. We are so back. So I'm going to show you this clip here. It's about a minute long. And again, I don't believe much is said in this. It's just the return of Pierre and how he was received after winning his by-election back in August. So let's have a look at this.
Oral question.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
I know the volume's quiet, but...
My mother taught me never to be late, so please forgive me for my late arrival to the session. I had some meetings with extremely important people in East Central Alberta, Mr. Speaker, after which I was honored to be elected by the great people of Battle River Crowfoot. I thank the great Damien Kirk who made it possible, and I thank the Prime Minister for calling a prompt by-election. I wonder if one day he might regret that decision, but in a spirit of good faith, I wonder if he agrees that our goal should be a Canada where hard work is rewarded, where food and homes are affordable, where streets are safe, where borders are solid, and where we're all united under a proud flag.
And a lot of people say that Pierre Poilievre is not popular within his party. Well, that's interesting, because if he wasn't so popular, he wouldn't have got a roaring standing ovation. They would have clapped out of respect. But let's be honest here. They all know that Pierre is the right guy to lead this party. For anyone else to even want the job right now after all that Pierre has done, And I know people, well, he lost the election, he lost his seat. They got 41% of the vote because of Pierre. They're gaining votes from young people because of Pierre. And now he won a different seat, so whatever. He's back. He's here to fight. And that's what the leader of the opposition is supposed to do. You're supposed to call the government corruption or stupid policies or dumb bills that they try to pass. You're supposed to call those things out. Stephen McKinnon doesn't seem to understand that, but Pierre Poilievre does. So does the conservative members of parliament. And people say that, Pierre's going to fail his leadership review in January. Sorry to break it to you, but it ain't going to happen. He is very popular in that party, and he's very popular amongst conservative supporters. People say that his support has been tanking. That's a lie. Maybe someone should ask Stephen McKinnon if that lie is responsible, not to mention the lie that he just told about Pierre shutting down Parliament. What an absolute joke. And people wonder, liberals wonder, why no one takes their politicians seriously. And even though they won the election, you're going to see very quickly, after Pierre Poilievre takes down markcarney in Parliament in question period many, many times, and that when nothing gets done, they're going to turn on Carney really quickly and join with the conservative movement, because it's very clear the liberals don't want anything good to happen to Canadians or Canada. They're just in it for themselves.